Hey folks, welcome back to your weekly mountain bike news. Today I've got a Maxxis tire comparison. It's kind of geared towards trail bikes specifically, and what I was shooting for and what I've been working on for well over 6 months now is trying to pair a front and rear tire for max versatility as well as grip and speed. And I put grip and speed together because I don't want just grip and I don't want just speed. So versatility, grip and speed, and what is the best combo? Let's check it out. I have to start with the DHF. Like they say, it's what all the other tires are compared to, or it's a benchmark. I've been riding DHFs well over 6 years. They're predictable in all conditions. There's nothing I have to think about. I just know how that tire is going to work. It could be from riding it for 6 years, but over 6 years, or it could be because it's a fantastic tire. Cornering, totally predictable. You know, blown out turns, greasy berms. The DHF has an awesome slip to grip or kind of drift to grip where you can feel it. It's still chewing and holding on. The side knobs are definitely doing their job. It's a totally predictable cornering tire. You can push it pretty far. Rolling speed, it's not winning any gold medals for rolling speed, but it's a fast tire. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like the fastest rolling tire, but when we're talking versatility, grip, and speed, it's right up there with speed. It's just not the fastest. Like I said, in my opinion, the GHF is what all front tires are benchmarked or judged from. It's a rad tire. Welcome the DHF contender, Greg Minnaar's signature tire focused on traction and grip, the Assegai. Anything developed to win World Cup downhills, especially by Minnaar, is gonna be great. First thing I noticed right out of the gate, way faster rolling speed than the DHF. I don't know if it's the knob placements, if they're closer. Noticeably, when it's rolling, it just looks like one solid contacting tire. So maybe the knob placement, there's always something contacting the ground, giving it a faster rolling speed, noticeably faster rolling speed. I've had it long enough to ride it in, blown out, loose over hard. It did rain a few months ago, pretty good. So I got into some greasy turns, greasy berms, and definitely got to see how it worked in there. I'm impressed, like traction for days. I didn't notice like any front end slip. It held and it rocked through all those conditions. I ride one of our local trails weekly, so there's this one I call the super berm, and that's what I was saying is I got to ride it in all the conditions. So the super berm, like you can take it all the way around. I like to shoot high and kind of cut it, so which is perfect to test out these tires, because when I shoot high, it's all corner knob before I lean in. And I have had other tires, literally as I come up before my turn, slip out from under me, and phenomenal. This thing was like chewing up the top as I went up before I even turned. Total confidence. It had sufficient grip. Again, what was most impressive was the rolling speed. It is so much faster than the DHF, and which in my head it immediately says that the grip's gone. You gain speed, you lose grip. No, it was way faster, and I put it through the paces and the grip's still there. Another huge bonus is that the Assegai comes in EXO and double down. So you could run this as a front and back tire. I like 2.5 and 2.4, 2.3 in the rear. So you could run this front and rear. It'd be a pretty rad setup. Moving on to rear tires, a tire that needs no introduction, the DHR II. It's basically a DHF reworked as a rear tire with focus on braking and acceleration. DHRs have been my go-to tire, my go-to rear tire for years. Rolling speed, I think it's a downhill inspired tire that works great as a trail tire. I think its focus was on, like we were saying, grip and acceleration and not so much rolling speed. But as per the subject of rolling speed, it holds its own. It's fast enough. Cornering, yep, that's why I've been riding this tire for so long. It eats corners. Super predictable. If I could just describe the DHR, I trust it. I trust it everywhere. Being a rear tire, we should probably talk about climbing. Never had an issue with the DHR climbing. It grips, under granny gear, technical climbs, all of that good stuff. If it slips, the amount of times it has slipped for me would be rider error. This is not, in my mind, a slipping climbing tire. I don't even, usually it has to happen almost on every ride for me to be like, oh, either I'm a crap climber, which I probably am. But if it's slipping every ride, I'm going to go from user error and kind of be like, maybe that tire is not the best climbing tire. No issues there. It grips in granny gear all the way up. It seems like in the last few years, there was a lot of enduro or trail tires coming out, like, the Aggressor, the Recon, and then the Dissector. And, I wasn't really interested. The DHR does it all for me. But I kind of started noticing that all the guys and gals who are faster than me were talking about the Assegai and Dissector most of the time, talking about the Dissector. So I thought I'd give it a try. Very, very first thing I noticed, rolling speed. No, not kidding. Like, way faster than the DHR. Noticeably faster rolling. Like, really fast. Also, second thing, same day, braking. I had to kind of make sure that my weight was just a little bit more over the rear tire and just kind of more planted over the rear tire to keep it from skidding. But I mean, for the amount of rolling speed I got, to have to adjust my weight a little bit to keep that tire planted and gripping and braking, no problem. Third, climbing, I was spinning enough. Okay, I'm a horrible climber. I suck. But, I mean, come on, I'm spinning and it slips. So I just kind of adjust my weight again or kind of attack it at a different gear. I figured it out. It's a totally good climbing tire. For me, it was slipping in the beginning and I had to figure it out. But the rolling speed will quickly end that argument. I'll take this rolling speed over those minute little things that I have to change in my riding style. Totally worth it. It is a crazy fast tire. Cornering, no complaints there. Really feels like the DHR cornering. It's that same predictable grip and bite, and if it does, slip to grip or drift and grip, super predictable. You can feel what it's doing back there. So no complaints on cornering. I haven't found it in Exo Plus, maybe. Exo, yes, but I haven't found it in Double Down. I'd like to see this in Double Down. I've already got one snake bite on it just from, running too low pressure, but, it would be nice to see this in Double Down. Best front and rear tire combo. No. I was going to say DHF front, DHR rear, because that's just the tried and true. It's awesome. I love it. It's so versatile and does everything. But let's talk about fastest rolling. Without a doubt, Assegai front, Dissector rear. That is going to be such a fast rolling combo. Still got versatility, speed, and grip. It's all covered. But the best front and rear tire combo for a trail bike, Assegai front, DHR rear. I'm telling you, you got everything covered. Versatility, speed, and grip, and everything. Climbing, cornering, bombing, all conditions. I would say ultimate versatility with speed and grip. Assegai front, DHR rear. You should try it.